Damn, they're fighting. So, am I gonna get silent treatment now?
Hey guys, Jason here, Midwest Macaws. Apologize running behind. I see we got some few people on, but one of the questions I get asked a lot are, what it's like owning a bird and what it's like to take care of a bird. Obviously a lot of people on here. I know I added my roofing channel on here, but just with with the Midwest Macaws, we've got exotic birds, and I'm here in Wisconsin. Also, the sanctuary that we're directors are part of is down in Pensacola, Florida, and actually, I'm gonna post it in the link here quick. So I posted our YouTube channel on there. Go ahead, subscribe, like it, follow us. I'm gonna post Uncle Sandy's Macaw Bird Park. It's down there. I had posted a link for it to for you to be able to go ahead and see what the sanctuary is all about, and adoption and rescue with Uncle Sandy's Macaw Park. What that is a sanctuary in Pensacola, Florida, where we take in birds that are it's a rescue. So birds tend to get passed around, and people always want an exotic bird, obviously, and which they're fun. And let me see here, make this but people don't realize all the commitment there is to owning a bird and having a bird. So that's where then they end up coming to a sanctuary instead of we'd like to bring them there where we can help rehome them or give them a good place to live their life. Birds they can live the lifespan of us humans. So it's a commitment like a child, obviously. Um, just trying to see. This is my first time doing like a live stream. I'm on multiple channels, so I guess whoever's on here, if you just throw in the chat, give me a thumbs up so I can see who's here, who's not here. I did this as a question and answer kind of scenario where people have some answers. I'll bring in Gizmo and I'll kind of show you guys a little bit on what our aviary looks like, on what I built for our personal birds in a minute. But a lot of people tend to ask me, what it's like. What do they eat? How do they sleep? What do you do with them during the day? Do they go with you? So if anyone's got those questions, that's what I'm opening this up for, is um a question and answers, so that I can that way I can answer those questions. I see I got 3 people on here. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not going to sit on here for a long time, but I can go on and on regarding the birds. I guess everyone was always asking me these certain questions. So I can kind of run through some of the questions that, people ask me regarding the birdies and things like that. Things like that. So if you guys want to post the questions, if anyone's got any questions, post them in the comment section, and I can go ahead and answer them. But I'll go ahead and just answer some of the questions that people, obviously ask me about the birds. And one of them is what do they eat? So one of the things that birds eat is mostly organics. So they're what's really bad for them is like sugars, fats, anything that we eat ourselves, and hence the reason why they could live so much longer is because they eat an organic meal. So we have what we call a chop, which is a mixture of vegetables, like with a green, and then mixed vegetables with sometimes adding a little bit of seed to it, um, with squash, yams, rice. They like to eat a little bit of rice. So you don't want to add too much carbs with it, but a lot of people ask me if they how long do they sleep? What is their sleep patterns? Well, their sleep pattern is, sun up to sundown, or I mean sundown to sun up. So the birds should get about 12 to 15 hours of sleep a night. And if they don't get that at least 12 hours, you can have a cranky bird. Believe me, they get cranky. Do you have a gas mask? What would I need a gas mask for? The birds actually do fart, if that's what if you're referring to a gas mask for. Do you have Ed 205 gas mask. Nope, sorry, we do not. Well, Prince, I guess please explain your question. Well, I mean, I guess I'm asking like what do you think we'd need a gas mask for? Oh, I'm just wondering in case Iran bongs us back. Well, I know people with some bongs, but I'm not too worried about Iran. Wow, I'm your favorite YouTuber, hey? Well, that's awesome. I haven't been on here very often, so um I don't even consider myself a YouTuber. I'm just I'm trying to help, just answer some of the questions regarding the birds that we have, and but I love the interaction. Makes it fun, not that I'm just sitting here staring at a screen. Sing the Chain by Fleetwood Mac. I'm sorry, but I don't sing. You don't want me singing. But happy to bring you on and you can sing. Is there some interesting questions? Are there any other questions? I do want to thank everyone that does serve, though, and that does go over and fight for our country over in those Middle East, to help us so that we don't have to wear gas masks. A lot of people ask me, like, what do I do with the birds during the day? So some of the things like our birds, well, so we have an outdoor indoor aviary, so which they can so most of the time they're spent in our house, but then when if like we have to go somewhere or we go anywhere, we'll take them outside to their aviary, which their aviary is an indoor outdoor. So they can go inside where it's heated or it's not air conditioned, but it is got some fans, and then they got a pen where they can go outside and enjoy the sun and shade. We are in Wisconsin, so it is it's today it's hot. It's 100 degrees, so they like that weather. My wife tends to think that they don't, but they're exotic birds that are used to that. Um, poke boy. I don't know. Somebody came on here and asked if I have gas masks. I thought it was kind of a weird question, but I can kind of see with the other questions that were there is it's just being sarcastic. So, on to other and better subjects regarding the birds is hence the reason I'm here is I'm gonna grab them. I'll show you guys the birds here in a minute. I was just waiting to see if we could get some more people were joined on here. Again, like I said, a lot of people ask regarding like some of these questions regarding exotic birds and what I do, what they eat, how they sleep, where they go. My birds go with us all the time, like all the time. So they travel with me. If I travel, they travel along. If they go, not so much if I go to, not so much if I go to town, but they'll stay in their aviary. But they do go many places with us. So can your macaw talk? Yes, he can talk. He's got a vocabulary of about 800. So about 800 words. A macaw bird, they like to mimic. So mimic, obviously meaning they will repeat and do things that you do. So if you are talk R-rated, they'll talk R-rated. If I don't know, I don't tend to think that they know what they're saying, but sometimes I do. Um, well, we'll just end Mr. Prince here. that take care of that, Mr. Prince. Yes, they talk. He likes to say one, it's a couple words. Hi, bye, hello. He likes to tell our dogs to be quiet. We likes to say weird. He says it's a lot. He likes to yell, hey, um, bye. Uh, he mumbles a lot. He rambles a lot. I did post our YouTube channel in here, which you can catch a lot of our interactions with the birds. They don't like to. They don't talk really. My gizmo's very shy, so he will usually won't talk on demand. Yeah, I think Prince hates mouse because he's asking you if you have any masks. Yeah, I don't know what his deal is, so I just blocked him. Um, I don't need any negativity. I'm not looking for that. I wore my shirt today. I don't always scream for nothing. Just kidding, I do. I like that shirt because he likes to scream. Birds scream. So one thing people ask me a lot is, are they loud? Yeah, I bet he has all kinds of stuff about masks. That was weird. I wasn't sure why he was asking about why I have gas masks. I thought maybe he thought maybe the birds were stinky. I don't know. They, they're just like humans. They do poop and fart and all those things, but they're usually not too smelly. So, but going back to uh, yeah, you're right. So, it's where was I? I don't even. That's got me distracted now with the stupid face masks. I'm just grabbing the link. Grabbing the link to our YouTube channel. So anyone that's on here, I'd love to have you follow, subscribe, and you can check out any of the things that our birdies do. Hey, JJ. I believe I followed JJ on here, and I believe they're birds as well. So, let me see if I can grab this link here quick. Oh, come on. Here we go. There's a link to anyone. I know we've asked if the birds talk. So my birds that every bird has a different personality. My bird, he talks, but it's never when I want him to talk. So usually, or maybe a hi bye. But green wing, awesome. I love green wings. But on YouTube, I try to catch him on video, and we'll make little videos or little shorts on him of mumbling. He likes to mumble a lot when he gets going playing. And actually he loves this little box right here, this little ottoman. I open it up and he loves playing in there. He'll start mumbling right away. I'll grab him in a couple minutes and I'll show you. So that's where you'll be able to see him chat and talk a lot more than like when I grab him. Like the birds have personalities just like humans, and they have every emotion. So they can get shy, they can get excited, they get overwhelmed, they get depressed very easy. They're sad, they're mad, they're happy. So it's when they get shy, my gizmo, he gets shy, he just doesn't want to talk. He kind of blushes, which you can see, and he usually won't talk. But until he gets a little warmed up and he gets in an area where he can play, then you'll get to hear him chat, and he likes to mumble a lot. So which is kind of funny because you really don't know what he's saying. He's like, sometimes it sounds like red sailors and he's sailing a ship, and and red squirrels, and it's like, what are you saying? It's kind of funny. It's cute. But yeah, I see. I've never really done this before, so I know there's not a lot of people on here, but just kind of going through some of the things that people always ask me regarding, my birds. So, the other thing is that, we're a part of it. I'm located in Wisconsin, and I know in the beginning of this, I was mentioning that we are part of a sanctuary that is located in Pensacola, Florida, which is a rescue. So meaning that what people don't realize is owning a bird is the commitment that goes into having a bird. So having a bird is like having a toddler all the time. They never grow up. So they make messes. They're loud. They're they don't listen all the time. And they got to be taken care of and fed and things like that. So if that, people like them right away, because they're fun and they're cute and they're different, but they don't realize the commitment that goes into owning a bird. So birds then tend to get depressed really easy because birds get attached, and a bird can attach to a human as their partner. And then once that partner whatever may happen, can't take care of them, or they no longer are here, they get passed on from home to home, and the bird may not like you. So I always hear about a lot of people through the internet, or I would follow watching people saying, where can I buy a bird, where can I buy a bird, and people buying birds off the internet. And part of buying a bird is you can't just go to a store and buy a bird, because that bird may not like you. And if that bird does not like you, you are going to have hell, because a bird bite hurts. And it depends on what kind of bird, and their bites can be, some are worse than others. Now I always think like the macaws, they got bigger beaks, and they're kind of like that. I mean, it hurts, but it's not like a cockatoo, or their beaks actually turn up, and it can puncture. So I think bird bites are a little more harsh, but I always go by the theory of all birds bite. So if they don't want you touching them or handling them, they will let you know by, a strike or a bite. And if you keep messing with them, they will bite, because that's their defense. And a bird's beak a macaw at least has roughly about 300 pounds of pressure. So which that could snap a finger if they really wanted to. Now, I know my gizmo, and he is, he's bitten me many times, but it more or less bitten me due to me, not listening to what he wanted, or, um, his demeanor. And it looks like we got Mr. Prince back. Mr. Prince, do you have a gas mask? Mr. Prince, I'd love to join you. Are you wearing a gas mask right now? I'm picturing Mr. Prince sitting in his house with like a full suit with a gas mask, waiting for a bomb to come hit us. That's what I'm picturing. All right. Can you kill your Mr. Prince? That's uncalled for. So you're gone. Have a nice day, sir. We just blocked Mr. Prince. I don't tolerate that.
Mr. Prince being inappropriate.
He says, "Can you kill your macaw?" So it's guy's a jerk. You know, it's I put a little music on. I'm gonna go grab. Actually, you know what? I will. Let's go for a walk. How's that? Get a little music going. Can you guys hear that? I'm not. Don't really do this streaming thing very often, so I don't know. I'm not very familiar with it. This is new to me. Tell them how expensive owning a parrot is. Expensive. Owning a parrot is like, again, I mean, it can. The parrots require a lot of attention, a lot of different diets, a lot of different toys, a lot of different. Now, expensive. It's I guess, I mean, it depends on what you do with your bird. It's our birds are our birds are um our birds are babied, so they get everything, so they're spoiled. But birds can be expensive. Vet checks are anywhere from, I don't, Angela, how much are vet checks usually on our birds? So vet checks can run anywhere from $200 to $400 a vet check, and that's usually every 6 months. Check their beaks, check their health, check their um, nails. We have one bird that's clipped, one bird that's not. My bird Gizmo, I had him clipped, but he is so Gizmo is so attached to me, like he will not jump off and like fly from me unless he's really spooked. But now Chiquita, which is my wife's bird, she gets spooked very easy, so we clip her just enough where she's safe. If she jumped off of her, she can still glide down, but I've ran through many intersections chasing her, so it was too scary to not have her clipped. But expensive. They are expensive because, I mean, you got your vets, you've got your aviary, you've got my birds free roam, so they're not caged. I'll show you their aviary here in a second. But their food, their diets, their toys, it all depends on what you put into them. They can be very, very expensive to very minimal too. So read a book called The Great Enrichment. It's in the studio for answers. What happened to my chat link? Sorry, I'm very again, this is new for me, so weird. I thought I had my Am I just under my? There it is, chat. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure this thing out as I go here. All right, so now I can see the chat. So I lost it there for a minute. But JJ, I know. Where are you from? What are you? Where? I mean, I know I follow your channel. I don't. It's like my shirt and my wife. That's the other parrot head. She's the parrot queen. I wonder if I can hook another camera up to this. I'm gonna go walk out, take us outside by Gizmo and Chiquita. Show you. I'm gonna show you their aviary outside. Georgia. Oh, awesome. Well, you're not far then from Pensacola. I don't know if you caught that. We have a sanctuary down in Pensacola, and it is called Uncle Sandy's. I don't know if you guys can read this or not, but I do have the link in there. So we like to educate and we rescue, and we do have a YouTube, Macaw Bird Park, or it's at Macaw Bird Park, or the website is macawbirdpark.org. But this is the public is welcome to come. It's $10 to get in. We have about 180 macaws there, or 180 different birds. There's probably about 130 macaws, and different macaws, from scarlets to green wings to Amazons. I don't know, Angie, what other. There's quite a few different birds. African grays, sun conures, caiques.
Golds, scarlets, green wings, military, severe macaws, cockatiels, cockatoos, umbrella cockatoos, probably every bird you can think of. I even think he has, finches, and we got just about every kind of bird you could think of. From small to big. No hyacinths, though. Don't have any of those yet.
That's what you're waiting for.
That's what I want. I want a hyacinth. Those are cool. Those are the biggest macaws.
Yeah, the hyacinths.
That's as big as they get.
A hyacinth's one of the. I didn't know that.
Yeah, the biggest macaw.
Oh, interesting.
They're
See,
like 3 times the size of our macaw.
I even learned something new when I go on here. Yeah. I don't think I was logged in on my Midwest Macaws TikTok. That's probably why I wasn't getting a lot of followers, because I know I have a lot more followers on there than I do. I was on my roofing channel. JJ, no, we do not breed. I don't breed. We don't sell. We do adopt. We do adoptions. So we do. If you can't come to the sanctuary and adopt a bird and rehome them, it goes through a small process of it. So what we do at the sanctuary is get back on here. Oh geez, what did I do? So what we do at the sanctuary is we'll take the birds in. Obviously, if they've been any distressed, or if you can't handle the bird anymore, we'll even watch the birds, babysit your bird. There are birds there that had, for example, one of the owners was on a motorcycle accident and he ended up passing away, and it was his bird, but his son was involved. So the bird is living at the sanctuary primarily so the son can come and see the bird when he wants, and it's part of his father. So we'll watch birds for anyone that serves overseas. As long as you got to go, your bird is more than welcome there, no charge. They will watch for them. We have one bird there. We had a green wing there. He's my buddy. Is Wolf. You can see him on my YouTube. But he's very shy, but he's with a gentleman. He's been with this gentleman for 35 years, and the owner's 95 years old and no longer can care for Wolf. So he brought him to the sanctuary, and he's there until, whichever life happens, I guess. So, but he comes once a week to see Wolf, and I built a bond with Wolf. So hopefully after that I would actually be bringing him back up here to Wisconsin. And that, that's the joy of having that sanctuary. So no, we are not a breeder. But a lot of our birds are up for adoption at the sanctuary. We just try to help people rehome them into better homes. We try to pass on, kind of what I'm doing today, like the knowledge of having, of owning a bird, what it's like, the expenses, the care for a bird, the do's and don'ts, what you can and what you can't. And it's a huge lifestyle change, and people don't realize that. Like, there's a lot of things birds can't be around: candles, scents, foods, certain cooking, tinfoil, garlics. So there's a lot of things that you need to know, before owning a bird. So let's see if I got on here. I Oh, Fort Lauder. Yeah, you know what? I follow you guys. Fort Lauderdale. That's awesome. I was actually um I was working this winter. I was down in uh Tampa for the Hurricanes, and I was down in Fort Lauderdale quite a bit. So I was staying right in Bradenton. Jeez. What did I do? Some reason I'm live on my roofing channel. I'm supposed to be live on my Midwest Macaw channel. Is where I'm supposed to be. Trying to figure that out. So I'm not very good at this, I guess. Wonder I don't see these. I don't see Sorry guys. I don't see like the questions coming in from the other areas. I'm gonna there we go. Now am I live on here? No. Okay, so all right. All right, sorry guys. This is new to me, so I am not 100% sure on how to do this. I also am having a hard time because I don't see any of the comments coming through. All right, let's go for a walk. Let's no, you got my dogs. Some foes here. I apologize, guys. Something's going on here. I'm gonna start this over.